Welcome back to History of Simple Things. Today's topic comes from one of our viewers, Johnny Bauman. Thanks for the suggestion. You asked, why are dogs called K9? When you hear the term K9, most people immediately picture highly trained police dogs sprinting alongside officers, sniffing out explosives, or bringing down a suspect in a dramatic chase. The image is so strong that the word K9 itself has practically become a symbol of power, loyalty, and discipline. But have you ever stopped to wonder why we call them K9 in the first place? Why not simply police dogs, working dogs, or something else entirely? In today's video, we're going to break down the fascinating history of the term, explore how it became an international naming standard, and understand why this clever blend of language and symbolism stuck so well in law enforcement, military work, and everyday culture. Let's explore right here on History of Simple Things. The story begins with something surprisingly simple: wordplay. K9 is a homophone, meaning it sounds exactly like the word canine, a scientific and common term used to refer to dogs and members of the dog family. By replacing the word with the number 9, it becomes short, sharp, and instantly recognizable. This creative shorthand actually gained traction because it was easy to read on uniforms, badges, vehicles, and training documents. Imagine you're a police officer managing files or equipment. Writing K9 unit takes less space, looks cleaner, and is easy to identify even at a glance. Over time, the abbreviation became so widely used that it started to replace the word canine altogether within professional settings. The clever trick of using K9 instead of the full word helped the term spread across departments around the world, from the United States to Europe and even parts of Asia. But the rise of the K9 unit wasn't just about convenience. It was also about branding and identity. Police departments needed a term that created a sense of authority and specialization. K9 sounded technical and elite, almost military-like, which perfectly reflected the nature of these highly trained dogs. These weren't ordinary pets, they were professionals. They underwent intense training, learned to follow commands under stress, and perform tasks that no human officer could do alone. Because of this, the term K9 developed a reputation that went far beyond the dogs themselves. It represented a partnership between human and animal, a symbol of precision teamwork. Soon, the sight of the iconic K9 lettering on the side of police cars became a universal signal. There is a trained working dog inside, ready for duty. Interestingly, the use of dogs in law enforcement dates back thousands of years. Even though the term K9 is relatively modern, ancient civilizations like the Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans used dogs for guarding, hunting, and military roles. In medieval times, dogs protected villages and castles, while in the 1800s, European cities began forming the earliest organized police dog programs. Yet none of these eras used K9 as a label. That formal naming really took shape in the 20th century, when police forces in countries like Germany, Belgium, and the United States began standardizing their dog training programs. As professional units grew, so did the need for simple communication systems. It is believed that the U.S. military further helped popularize the term, especially during World War II, when dogs were trained for patrol, detection, and message delivery. Once these dogs became recognized heroes, the term K9 gained emotional impact and respect. Another reason the term became iconic is its flexibility. K9 doesn't describe a specific breed, it describes the job. German Shepherds, Belgian Malinois, Labrador Retrievers, Bloodhounds, and even Dutch Shepherds can all become K9. The label applies only after a dog completes formal training and meets performance standards that qualify it for official work. In other words, not all dogs are K9. Only specially selected dogs earn that title. This gave the term an exclusive feel, similar to how the word pilot or soldier describes a role, not a species. When people hear K9, they understand instantly that the dog has a profession and a purpose. The abbreviation also became practical for international communication. In many countries, police agencies may use different native words for dog, yet K9 remains widely understood due to its connection with the English word canine. Because global training programs, seminars, and security collaborations often involve multiple nations, having a universal shorthand prevents confusion. K9 unit means the same thing almost everywhere, which further strengthened its identity. Even media and pop culture embrace the name. Movies, TV shows, documentaries, and social media content, which spreads the term into mainstream vocabulary. Today, even people far outside law enforcement, like pet owners and dog trainers, use K9 simply because the term sounds professional and cool. Beyond branding, there's also a psychological layer. The number 9 visually resembles a curled dog tail, adding a subtle graphic appeal. While not officially the reason behind the abbreviation, this visual association made the term feel intuitive and easy to remember. Humans love patterns and symbols, and K9 delivered both. Combined with the long-standing cultural image of dogs as loyal guardians, the term gained emotional weight, making it perfect for use in police and military imagery. So why are dogs truly called K9? Because the term blends practicality, scientific meaning, visual simplicity, and cultural symbolism into one compact label. It's a brilliant example of how language evolves, not from complicated origins, but from everyday necessity and creativity. K9 became the universal name for working dogs because it's shorter than canine. It looks sharp and professional, and it communicates instantly what these incredible animals represent: skill, loyalty, courage, and partnership. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.